what's going on, all you great people out there, followers, subscribers, everything in between, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. It is me, your guy, your coffee ninja by day, actor, gamer, streamer by night, Ryu, aka Ryuzaki MK7, back once again with more Fate Grand Order. We're back with Lostbelt 3's story. We are on Section 2 now of the third Lostbelt. Last time we came across some villagers, some very interesting things happening in this Lostbelt, a weird sky, and all that good stuff, or weird stuff I should say, but that's then. This is now. If you guys are watching this later on YouTube or later on Twitch, I am recording this live on twitch.tv/RyuzakiMK7. If you haven't done so, follow me on there if you guys want to see me go through FGO live. And you can interact with me in the chat room, just like World War did and Randy did just a little bit ago. Tamamovich still a sad excuse to be a Tamamo? I guess so. Oh yeah, and also Koyanskaya got a new outfit. I gotta say, not too bad. 8.5 out of 10. Even though she is evil, I must give approval. I must give approval on that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well done. Well done. Anyway, we need to continue on with this Lostbelt. All right. Without further ado, let us begin section number 2. Okay, we have a ley line. Okay, we can summon more servants. All right, I don't know. We don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be borrowing that. Ain't no time to be Scotty looping. Gonna be switching some stuff around. Who to do? Oh, I know who to do. Where is my Nobu? Get that good C on her. Gonna be moving some stuff around. Nah. Not all 5 stars, I can't do that. Let's see. Hey, I still gotta sell some of those off. Who's a good? Just in case. There we go. Someone is simping for that evil fox? Nah. If I only just saw that comment right now. If I was simping for that fox, it would be 9 and above. Nah. Looking at it objectively, it's a nice outfit, I will admit. All right. I don't know exactly what this note is up to, but I think with this, I think we can do it. We can make some magic happen. Let us proceed with Section 2. Section 2. Eternal Empire. Qin Shi Huang, the Emperor of Qin. Qin Shi Huang, you say? Don't you think that's a little far-fetched? Qin Shi Huang is from the BC era. How could he possibly still be alive in 2020? Well, normally you'd be right, but you are forgetting the Tsar we just recently fought who had been living for around 500 years. So is it really such a stretch that a Chinese emperor might have managed to survive over 2,000 years? The Qin Empire had a legal system, standardized units of measurement, paper money. It was very much ahead of its time in many ways. China would go on to see the rise and fall of many other dynasties. But when it comes to making progress as a civilization, such instability is unhelpful. If Qin had remained as the sole power in China, no doubt it would have reached a point where it could easily swallow up neighboring countries, which could in turn have sped up humanity's overall progress considerably. Interesting.
Yep, I could easily see that happening if someone like Qin Shi Huang had been able to keep on ruling.
With the upcoming, I want this Lostbelt to get an anime. Yo, don't tease me like that. My mouth can only water so much in anticipation.
In fact, he actually spent a lot of his later years searching for a way to achieve immortality. Qin collapsed due to political instability after Qin Shi Huang's death, right?
In which case, if Qin Shi Huang somehow succeeded at becoming immortal in this history, much like how Ivan the Terrible did so by becoming a Yaga, it would theoretically be possible for China to skip all of its years of instability and civil war and go straight to modernization.
That could definitely explain how they were able to build something so huge along a satellite orbit path. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the sort of thing Qin Shi Huang wanted to build all along.
One thing we do know is that this nation has not seen this kind of societal change that typically accompanies scientific progress. The advancement of science inevitably makes authoritarian regimes obsolete past. Oh, that is a heck of a sentence to say. The advancement of science inevitably makes authoritarian regimes obsolete past a certain point. But just look at that village. Yeah, they might as well still be stuck in the BC era. Regardless of who this most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor residing in Zhongyang may be, it seems clear that he has no intention of sharing the benefits of all of this progress with his citizens.
Hang on! Some sort of projectile was just fired from the capital! It's headed in this direction! In fact, it looks like it's gonna land right in this village!
Incoming!
I can see it from here. It looks like a rocket?
I certainly hope it's not some sort of Ooh, excuse me. I certainly hope it's not some sort of intercontinental ballistic missile. Oh, that's a benefaction. Benefaction? Yeah. The most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor uses those giant... Okay. Yeah, the most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor uses those to grant gifts whenever there's a celebration. We know exactly where it lands, so it's perfectly safe as long as you keep your distance. Why would there be one now, though? Is today some sort of holiday?
I don't think so. Then... it's not an attack after all? That's a relief, but it still seems like a rough way to send a package. I'm afraid we're not so lucky. I'm seeing vital signs inside that thing along with a magical energy signal we're all too familiar with. That's a master and their servant, no mistake. If they mean to attack us, we will respond with due force.
You said it, Neza.
Oh!
Oh, come on. You're telling me they're making their way here and that? That does seem like a somewhat less than ideal conveyance. It will no doubt be a rough landing.
No problem there, since it's a master traveling with their servant.
They can just jump out right before it lands.
Exactly, Ryuzaki. I knew you'd know how to make effective use of a servant. Here it comes! Everyone brace for impact!
Kaboom! And that's the end of the Lostbelt. Wow! We're getting introduced very early on. As we expected. So that is the Lostbelt's Crypter.
That's Akuta Hinako. I see. So China's her territory. Akuta? Huh. Looks like you're taking this seriously, Mosh. And here I thought I'd find you smirking. I never do that. I take no joy whatsoever in fighting you. Then you're even more hopeless than I thought. You're no better than animals who lack a concept of drama.
Of shame. Blah. My vision went blah for a minute.
I feel no more animosity toward you than I do a cockroach nest before I exterminate it. Even that is more emotion than you deserve. It's terrible. Yikes. Are you really Akuta Hinako? You're nothing like you were back in Chaldea. Da Vinci. So it's true. You really were killed. You might not believe me, but that body of yours is perfect. You have achieved the realm that humans cannot reach with their meager insight. The true new form that the intelligent aim for. I'm surprised you would make something like that. Leonardo. Humans really are just... No, as long as you're part of Chaldea, that makes you my enemy. You'll have no sympathy from me. Saber, eliminate them. Remove these eyesores from my sight. As you wish, Master. Here they come, Senpai! We're about to face Akuta Hinako and her saber. Commencing battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Yes, I'm going with that. If she puked as she came out of the rocket thing? Nah, she doesn't seem clumsy enough to do that. Battle! Oh god. Oh boy. Alright. Let's get started. Only one health bar? What the heck? Yo, look at that command seal design, though.
That ain't bad.
Excuse me? Start off with some Garden of Avalon to get the healing going. No, my Nobu! That was way too quick. I blame myself for my lack of protecting my Nobu! I have made Nobu sad. Why can't we change our command seal design without changing gender? That's just how the game goes, Juan. Dang, boy! Go get him, Kuboy. Really? You know, I gotta admit, I am a little bit disappointed. Wow. Dang, dude. Well, dang, fry my bacon. Wow, now, but wait, I could totally see in the form of a mini Nobu. I should have thought about that when I did the design for it.
Gah. Now I see. No wonder Ophelia and Kadok lost. You're obviously used to fighting with servants. That experience has given you quite an edge. Master, it would be foolish to continue this battle any longer. I suggest we make a temporary retreat. Damn, I really underestimated them. Let's go, Saber. Yes, Master. Akuta. The enemy is retreated, Master. The battle is over. Fo-fo!
I'm surprised they gave up so easily. Then again, Akuta was always pretty decisive. No, I'm afraid that we neither dealt her a decisive blow, nor were we able to make her show her hand. Oh, man.
If anything, now she knows how strong we truly are. But she is a lot stronger than she lets on. Yeah, she's a tough opponent. Looks like she wasn't kidding about, exterminating us like cockroaches. She only took the direct approach like this because she thought she could wipe us out. This just wasn't the sort of fight she wanted. She'd rather retreat and figure out a strategy that will let her win without putting in any real effort. Looks like that profile of hers saying she was a neat freak was right on the money.
Dang, dude. Meanwhile, back at the palace. So, you went and made a great fool of yourself. We will not laugh at you. Your little show with the Chaldeans was interesting.
I blame no one but myself for my disgraceful performance. Still, perhaps now you at least understand the threat these invaders pose, Your Imperial Majesty.
Threat? A threat, you say? Why should we feel threatened just because you retreated? Well, since your little display amused us, you may continue it. In fact, you may bring 10 of our puppets with you for the second act.
With all due respect, Your Imperial Majesty, if you treat this latest disaster as mere entertainment...
We might say the same of you, Akuta. Given the reluctance with which you engage in combat, we can only conclude that this is some sort of game to you. If you are going to fight, then fight to win. There is nothing to be gained by running away before you suffer so much as a single loss.
Understood, Your Imperial Majesty. I won't fail again.
Good. We look forward to a future showing with a bit more substance to it.
Oh, Your Imperial Majesty, you're so bad! Is this your way of punishing poor little Akuta?
Is that how it seemed to you, Kaminsky?
Koyanskaya!
He's just doing this on purpose. I love it. We see no sense in punishing her when we do not yet even think of these Chaldeans as our enemy. They may have come here from another world, but that is also true of you and Akuta.
Huh? Yes, I suppose that's true.
If these Chaldeans are here to mount an attack, we would have to suspect you two as their advance guard.
Akuta and I came here to pay our respects and offer our services as soon as we arrived, Your Imperial Majesty. But the only thing Chaldea has done since they arrived is cause trouble and mayhem in your territory. Don't you think that sets us apart kind of a lot?
Indeed, you have a point. But is that not why Akuta went after them? To scold them for their poor manners? You outsiders certainly do care a great deal about etiquette. Is he trolling with Koyanskaya? Oh my god, this is hilarious. That interior design, though. Yeah, that background is... I just say, the background design for this Lostbelt looks killer. 3 unknown servants! The kid. Alright. We will take Maki's Setsuban General. As for me, we'll send in Cleo. Now let's give her the black rail. Oh yeah, right, that's too much crap. Just switching this up. And that'll work. All right. My Anne crippled that saber. Nice. Moving on. What's Akuta Hinako like?
Well, the last version of me wasn't too involved with Team A, so I can't speak from experience. But her record said she was extremely careful in every aspect of her relationship to others. That reminds me. Kadok used to say she had a personal connection to Director Marisberry. Really? That's news to me. Then again, I could see her allowing Kadok to believe that. But why would she do that? Probably to keep the kid at arm's length, I guess. I wouldn't be shocked to hear she had similar strategies for everyone. My guess is that she was trying to cultivate a very specific image for herself among Team A. Namely, to leave the faintest impression among them to seem neither too hostile nor too friendly.
In other words, a stalwart misanthrope?
Well, yeah, basically. But you don't have to be quite so blunt about it, Holmes. True, she did like to keep to herself. She did her best to avoid interacting with anyone. The main thing I remember about her is how quiet she was. I never saw her get upset or even smile.
If she wasn't curled up in a corner in her room reading, it was because she was getting new books in the library. I always felt bad about interrupting her.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure she wasn't cut out for combat at all, no matter how much aptitude she may have had for being a master. Based strictly on her profile, out of all the Crypters, I thought she might be the only one we could maybe resolve things with peacefully.
Well, you couldn't have been more wrong. I'm still getting chills from those icy glares of hers. I've never seen such naked contempt in my life. The only thing that comes close is Koyanskaya's glare whenever I'd make a move on her after having too much to drink. Really, Gordolf?
True. The Akuta Hinako we just fought was nothing like the quiet girl her profile described. Her sheer hostility was... No, not hostility. It was more like disgust. Either way, I never expected that from her. There's one thing I can remember that might help explain it.
Flashback!
It was back when we were all taking a break in... It was back when we were all taking a break in the rec room sometime after Team A had been formed. Kadok was nursing a drink while Beryl cheered him on. Kirstari and David were arguing about mythology. Pepperoncino was teasing Ophelia with some sort of joke. As usual, Akuta was off reading by herself, refusing to participate in any of the conversations. I'm certain that whenever I looked directly at her, she always had her nose in her book. I'm sure anyone else who had been there would agree with me. But when I happened to catch a glimpse of Akuta's reflection in a glass I was polishing, I realized that wasn't the case at all. She was actually just hiding her face behind the book, and was in fact keeping a close watch on each of us. She was so guarded, almost as though she was terrified of something. But by the time I turned around to look at her, she had her nose back in her book. She went right back to pretending to read the second she sensed my eyes on her.
Interesting.
Huh. Well, that's kind of unnerving.
That's some that is some serial killer instinct there.
Akuta wasn't disinterested in her teammates at all. If anything, I think she was so suspicious about something that she never let her guard down. Unfortunately, I was never able to ask her why she was so afraid of her team. It seemed like a subject I should avoid at all costs. Sounds to me like she was more guarded about people in general than her teammates specifically. Maybe there was something she was trying to keep secret. We still have her background file along with the results from her selection exam. Maybe we should take another look at it. Want to handle that, Holmes? This sort of thing is what you detective types are all about, right? That and investigating cheating spouses, of course.
Oh! Damn. That is a burn. Unfaithful spouses aside, this sort of thing is indeed what a true detective shines. By all means, send the data to my workshop. Nandayo?
Huh? Your attention, please. I have a Da Vinci warning to make.
Nani?
Xianyang just fired another projectile. It doesn't look like this one's aimed at the village. But after calculating its landing point, I found it's coming from the same direction in which Akuta Hinako retreated. And I'm pretty sure that means...
Reinforcements. Right.
I think so, too. Of course, it'd be suicide to send normal soldiers via rocket, so it's probably carrying weaponry. Akuta's almost certainly going to try and attack us again, so we need to be ready to fight back.
Da Vinci, what about summoning more servants? I believe enough time has passed that it should be more than possible to do so.
Yep, we're all set there. In fact, I just finished the summoning right now. Since we're going up against an empire that has stood for thousands of years and its emperor...
Oh, no! Wait. Jinkei, okay. Spartacus, okay. But did I just see my girl, Mo? Did I just see Mordred?
I decided to bring along 3 musketeer rebels.
Musketeer rebels?
Mordred, the rebel of the round table.
Give it up for Mo, everybody! Yes! My girl! Woo!
Ha! Sup, guys?
This one I am less enthused about, but you know what? Y'all ready for Ryu to introduce the beefcake voice? It's been a long time coming.
Spartacus, the liberator of the slave gladiators.
Death to all oppressors! May God help us all.
And Jinkei, the world's foremost expert in assassinating King Shi Huang. Wait, what? That's why you brought me here?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're trying to take down the Qin Empire, right? And King Shi Huang with it, right? You're giving me another chance to kill him, right? Oh, that is great, really. Definitely couldn't have been perfect. Couldn't have been any... Really, definitely couldn't have picked anyone better for the job. But what's with the Three Musketeers thing? You know my spirit origin. Hell, even my noble phantasm has got to be stronger than ever thanks to the fame and tradition boost. So how come I'm getting treated like I'm second string? I mean, I don't have any objection to you choosing to summon me, of course. It's just pitiful.
No, no. We all hate oppressors here. I would be honored to fight by your side in toppling this one heroic spirit assassin, Geekery.
Hell yeah! My old man's fought Kalia a bunch of times too, you know. You said this guy's an emperor? No sweat then. I don't know what back-ass-word Roman province he rules, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to off him. Is it just me, or is Spartacus's inability to make sense rubbing off on Mordred?
No! No! Spartacus! Stop influencing Mordred!
I don't think so. I mean, true, she didn't always make the most sense in Camelot, but she was a huge help to us in London. Well, whatever. I'm just glad I'll have allies I can count on to help me out this time. Since I finally have another chance to end King Shi Huang's life with my own hands, nothing else matters.
Exactly! Let us bring this oppressor to justice together!
Nobody plays king around me and lives to do it again. Well, at least they should still be more help than King Huang. They should at least still be more help than King Wu Yang was. So, I hate to impose on you guys so soon, but the enemy's wasting no time coming after us. There's a servant headed our way at high speed, along with... Huh? Hang on. There are more of them now. This is weird. I'm seeing magical energy signals, but no vital signs.
What do we got? Oh! They have dolls. They have collaterals. Foot soldiers. No, I can see they aren't human. Are those puppets? Perhaps some sort of automata?
Correct. They may be silent, but they are soldiers nonetheless. Thanks to them, I am finally able to make use of my true skills as a general. Those movements. I did not want to believe it was... Be careful, Saber. It seems they've added to their ranks as well. Ha! Hell yeah, they have! I don't know what this Lostbelt shit's about, but this is my battlefield now. Whatever you're trying to pull, you better believe I'm gonna smash it.
Well said! From now on, you will need to contend with we three musketeers! Oh my god! Okay, alright, hold on. So some context. I actually saw a tweet, a retweet from Kaiser Neko, from somebody saying that FGO took, the English localization of FGO took inspiration from Team 4-Star. And this is specifically a quote from the episode of Bardock Special. No, none of that. Shame on you. Oh, now Spartacus is pouting. No, none of that. Shame on you.
I guess Sparty really liked that name. Huh. Heroic spirits who delight in battle and bloodshed, huh? You make me sick. Make sure to finish them this time, Saber. Don't hold anything back. Very well, Master. Then I shall end this with my secret attack.
Is the saber showing his true fangs? Well, this ought to be an interesting encounter. Let's go. Ow. How dare? Garden of Avalon. Well done, Tomoe. Oof! Oof! No, Merlin! I must do whatever it takes to keep Merlin alive. Oh, I'm glad I did that. Mimla, in 2 years, you'll be so obsolete. Yo, Merlin prototype and FGO proper when? Well done, Cleo. All right. Attack Lido. Ongekibo. Reka. Go, Tomoe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Oh, we got hit hard. All right, what did he do? Okay, interesting. Oh, he took down my MP gauges. There goes Merlin. You will not win! Alright, so far so good. Behold my accursed face. Interesting. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, let's get those sea stars up. His animations are sweet, though, I must admit. Perfect. Alright, Mosh retreating. It's okay, we good? We good? King of Knights, get in there! I'm still waiting on getting some more materials in order to fully get your, invisible sword. But one day, it will be a thing. I promise. Fire in the hole. Do the flip, Tomoe!
Whee!
Fire in the hole. Good stuff. Do 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 do. So far, so good.
Oh, let's go.
Curses! I cannot believe that even my leadership is not enough to defeat them. Wearing a mask to boost his leadership capabilities. A level of influence over his forces that borders on a curse. That Saber's true name is the Prince of Lan Ling, also known as Gao Changgang of the Northern Qi.
Saber, stand down. We're going to regroup. But we cannot win this battle after your noble phantasm failed. We need a wholly new strategy.
As you wish, Master.
The enemy servant and master have retreated. Looks like we managed to survive again. Fall! Are you alright, Ryuzaki? It must be difficult for you to be in combat given your condition.
Well, yeah, kind of.
You need to take care of yourself, Master. Most of those servants have no concept of restraint when it comes to using magical energy. These soldier robot things turn out to be pretty freaking pathetic, huh? Can't believe the king uses them to fight his wars. I've seen scarier dolls.
I thought they were supposed to be weapons.
Yeah, I figured they'd never send reinforcements by rocket like that. Obviously, I was wrong. No normal flesh and blood soldiers could have survived the impact, but it's no issue for these things.
Would it be possible to collect their remains? I'd like to study them further.
At a glance, they look a lot like the same kinds of automatas we fought dozens of times before.
I'm interested in their energy source. I think it may shed some light on this world's inner workings.
What is it, Neza? Something on your mind? Yes, possibly. I would like to take a look at the remains as well. Neza, you okay?
We saw your battle from here as well. You need not bother with a third attempt. Your servant alone is clearly no match for them.
I'm afraid not, Your Imperial Majesty.
Then we shall provide you with further assistance. However, these servants are indeed formidable foes. Another 100 or 200 foot soldiers are unlikely to make much difference. What of your Zhang Yu?
Lord Zhang Yu? But he's...
Indeed. Even now he remains one of our most helpful retainers. But it is when facing an unknown enemy that he shines brightest. It would be a waste to keep him confined to Zhanyang under these circumstances, so we shall lend him to you. Make good use of him. I've returned with ice cream. I ask that you share said ice cream with us.
I will, Your Imperial Majesty. Such unexpected delight. You are far too kind.
Still, sending Zhang Yu to the front line will require some time to prepare. In the meantime, keep a close eye on Kalia, and continue to ensure they do not attempt to take any action against our empire.
Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. Well, I've never seen Akuta get flustered before. Who knew she had a girlish side to her?
Bro. Dang. Really good voice acting? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Vlad Clads. I appreciate that. I am an actor by trade, so yeah. I try to do my best.
That said, I'm surprised you're bringing out Zhang Yu now, Your Imperial Majesty. Don't you think it's time you stopped playing around?
What a strange question. Do we appear to be treating this as a game to you, Konanskia?
It's Koyanskaya.
He just keeps pissing her off, and it makes me smile. I love it.
If you truly see Kalia as a threat now... the sensible thing to do would be to wipe them out in a single overwhelming strike. And in your case, Your Imperial Majesty, you could accomplish that merely by lifting your little finger.
Yes, we could if we so desired.
And yet you still sent Akuta Hinako out instead. This latest decision may have seemed like you taking things a little bit more seriously, but you actually have no reason to believe it will be a decisive blow. Be honest, Your Imperial Majesty. You aren't testing Kalia, you're testing Akuta Hinako, aren't you?
Indeed. We can see quite clearly that the threats the Chaldeans pose stems from being backed into a corner, so to speak. What we have yet to see is how Akuta will behave when she believes she has found a means to defeat them. She's pissed and it's like a nectar to me. Indeed. Yes, good, good. Let the hate flow through you. Let the anger build inside you, Koyanskaya. Anyway, moving on.
Still doesn't trust Akuta on me one bit, huh? Well, I guess the king of this Lostbelt wouldn't be a fool, but I can't tell how seriously this whole thing is being taken. It's so much harder to read someone when you can't see their face.
That aside, we underestimated these servants. We thought they would be little more than ghosts, but it seems that they are quite skilled.
Yes, they are. The magecraft they use is very different from the sage arts your empire has cultivated.
So there's more to using servants than summoning the souls of decorated heroes and commanding them?
The difference between mere necromancy and heroic spirit summoning is that heroic spirits make contracts to serve their masters of their own free will.
So these dead souls lend their strength in response to the existential threat faced by their world. Would you say that is correct? What the fuck? Korean Chihuahua! Chihuahua, Chihuahua. Oh my god, I'm dead. I am dead. I am dead. You can just bury me in the ground, chat room. I am dead. Jesus. Korean Chihuahua. That's so good. Would you say that is correct, Korean Chihuahua? Korean Chihuahua?
Yes, exactly, Your Imperial Majesty. And once again, my name is Koyanskaya.
The devs have fun making these names? Oh yeah, I bet. I absolutely bet. What a horrific proposition. To think your world was so perilous, it could not even let the dead rest in peace. We would never permit such things to exist in our domain. Those who meet glorious ends would never think to threaten the peace of our world.
I'm sure. I doubt something like the counterforce would ever even take root here.
We dislike the idea of these guests. We dislike the idea of these guests traipsing about with their ghosts, doing whatever they please. Fortunately, we have heroes sleeping here who are far more ferocious than these mere ghosts. Is that not correct, Captain of the Guard? Indeed, Your Imperial Majesty. Given this potential threat in our nation, I suggest we summon the one sleeping in Mount Lee. Yes, perhaps you are right. Perhaps you are right. Some basic precautionary measures should suffice. We command that the frozen heroes be awakened. Yes, Your Imperial Majesty.
Ooh. Does this mean you're finally taking this seriously?
Korean Chihuahua! What even is that name? Really? Thank you, St. Quartz. Soundless Bell. Seriously, what is with the soundless bells? Ryu demands to know. Koyan Skya feelings? Yeah, indeed. Hey, login bonus! Yay! I get more items! Alright. We'll just collect those really quick. Alright. For those of you watching this later on Twitch and later on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I will be back next time with more sections of Lostbelt 3. Until next time, I'm Ryu. You guys are the awesome viewers. Catch you later.